Right, hello everyone. This is the little gold mine that the Redlands City Council shared with me recently, and I didn't even know it existed, but it is a gold mine of active layers for ArcGIS Online. Now, it took me a little bit of time to sort of figure it out. Oh, not really, a little bit of time. But anyway, here's the web address that you need. So gis.redland.qld.gov.au /ArcGIS rest /services. Now, I kept clicking this and it just didn't work for me. Oh, it is working now. But it comes up with the footprint and it really doesn't work very well. I'm actually going to close that because it's pretty worthless. But the gold mine is here in planning, environment, eco-active, boundaries, base map, assets, and AGOL. I'm not sure what AGOL is, but we'll find out. So I'm going to go to planning first. So you've got planning RPS. It's not well labeled, but it's okay. So we're going to go to planning city plan. Now the key here is to have a look at the data sets first. So here's all the layers that your students can access from this website. So bulk water supply infrastructure, wastewater infrastructure, which is perfect for us, local heritage place, flood and storm tide hazard overlay, just an absolute gold mine of data. And you can see noise corridor, water resource, water corridors, precinct boundaries, and all you need to do is go to ArcGIS Online Map Viewer and it will load automatically for you into ArcGIS Online. Your students can access this and you can see it's loaded. All I need is to zoom in and the whole of Redlands is there. Now I'm going to hit the city plan, and I've got airport, I've got bushfire hazard, I've got and you can see there it takes a little bit to load, so don't get too impatient, but there's your bushfire hazard, which is fantastic for natural hazards. You've got coastal protection overlay, you've got environmental significance overlay, again another great layer, and you can turn these layers on and off. You've got flood and storm, heritage, landslide overlay. This is a great one as well. You can see there, this is obviously around the sand dune mining area. You've got regional infrastructure. We should get some roads, wastewater, all bits and pieces. And you can bulk water supply, so you can turn it'll be up to your students to turn these layers on and off. Now, precinct boundary zones. I'm going to zoom into Point Lookout because that's a point of interest for me. And you can see here I've got numerous layers overlaid, probably too many I would say. But if I click at this, you can see environmental significance, landslide hazard, zones, and land use as well. So I've got all those layers turned off. I probably don't need them. And that's just one layer. If I go back here and I go back into planning, that was the city plan, disaster management planning, helipads, assembly areas, evacuation areas, potential impact buffers. It's just amazing data. I don't know what this one is. Stormwater, so they break them down. Parks, future network, fantastic. Transport, wastewater future network points. I did play around with this. Really good for Point Lookout. I'm just going to go back again to services. So that's our assets, AGOL, health environment, coastal adaptation strategy. So just, let's have a look at this. So bait station, mosquito traps, drone sites, mosquitoes. Oh, fantastic data sets. And again, all you do is click there and it will add automatically to your ArcGIS account. Now you can go over to new map viewer Now when it's grayed out like this, that means you have to zoom in, and there you go. Perfect. We've already got to zoom in and we can start looking at the data sets. So if we zoom in more, you have more appear, and so on and so forth. Now let's see what these are. You've got bait stations. Oh look, bait stations, nice. Mosquito traps. Oh, there's a couple of mosquito traps up the other end. Drone sites. I don't know what a runnel is. I should probably. So fantastic data again. Now I'm going to go back, and it's just a matter of getting your students to go through, I'm not sure, fuel reduction zones, tree zones. Let's go back to services, base maps. Base maps, basic, image, cartographic base map. Now this one, I think, no, it's not that one. Let's go back again to base maps. Terrain base map. Let's see. Let's try this and see what it is. That's the one you want. I think that's the one you want. So this gives you a terrain base map, a 3D layered map of the island. Now I know it would be great to get Amity Point on here. I know this is, and as you zoom in, you get a topography map. And this is Cylinder Beach, and you can see as I zoom in, I get even more and more info. And there we go, we get to 0.25 of a meter on contour lines. Absolutely perfect, 21.25. This added to the other one I've done the other day, and it is an absolute gold mine. And I know that All Hallows goes to, I think, Beehive Road. We'd just have to find that, I think, and you'd be able to find a really lovely set of data. I'd say Amity's up here somewhere. I may be wrong. Oh, there's some infrastructure there, you would think. Definitely. So this is just wonderful data for your website. You could actually put a square in your fieldwork site, and it would just be perfect. So this is a really, really good data set. That's just another one of the data sets. And let's go and have a look at some more of them. Boundaries is a great one too, because we've got boundaries, we've got lot numbers. So this goes down, and you have to zoom in again on this one. So these are just a really wonderful set of data. Let's zoom into Point Lookout again, because you can see not much happening, but as you zoom in, you get a wonderful look at the lots around Cylinder Beach there. Now we're going to open that up. We're going to turn off land. It disappears, so that's the layer you want, but you've got easements, you've got all sorts of wonderful data. So this is, I'm going to turn off admin boundaries, and you'll lose that blue area there. And current land, back on, council land, even better. So you've got council land and current land. State reserves, we're not going to see a few state reserves. So state reserves and trustees, this would be great if you were looking at maybe building. So you could use some of the council land, but this is a just wonderful layer. And then what we can do is we can change our base layer, and there we have a very sophisticated map with multiple layers looking at Point Lookout around Cylinder Beach. Now we can zoom in. Gets a bit busy. We've got a bit too much on. I don't need house unit numbers. Yep, but there's our lots. Wonderful data set. I'm just going to go council land, state reserves, current lots, perfect base map to look at Cylinder Beach. That's it from me tonight, but I would really encourage you to go and have a look at boundaries, base maps, environment, so environmental surface, environment, koala habitat, bush care. This is just a wonderful, wonderful data set, a really rich data set, and thank you very much to Redlands City Council for sharing this with us, because I know a lot of teachers use Stradbroke Island and Redlands for their assignments, for their IA2s in particular. Thanks for listening. Talk to you next time.